history will not repeat itself. I am Sylvanas Windrunner, Queen of the Forsaken. And if you will not serve me in this life, then you will do so in the next.
It's been an exciting 4 days here at the opening of the HGC 2017 finals, of course, as we've had varied strategies. We've had players advancing on through to Blizzcon, and unfortunately for a few teams, we've had to let them go as they head home. To my left-hand side, we have Skimmy, we have Dreadnought, and we have Kaldor here. And overall, Kaldor, it's been a fantastic few days, with day 4 rounding things out.
Yeah, it has been a fantastic tournament so far, and we've seen some absolutely exciting matches. There's a couple of things to take away from it, and I think for me personally, one is definitely that, especially when I look at China, I'm a bit disappointed from a preparation perspective. It feels that, of course, they have visa issues which make them a bit harder for them.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what we've seen is an immense lack of preparing for the strategies and the metas of other regions. And I feel if they fix that flaw, they could have such a bigger showing here at the international scene, because China is a very, very fun region and very strong, but I really feel that lack of research is something that holds them back.
Something we've seen out of the kind of Korea in the past, you know, ultimately coming like from the Eastern world to be able to kind of fail to have that kind of research. If I was to give a highlight that we've seen so far out of the group stage, it's got to be the fact that North America, you know, we got 3 for 3. It does, I don't want to be, you know, too proud and too boastful. It has been a long time since North America has been able to say that they have reached this level of strength. But that being said, looking at the future, I do feel like we maybe have kind of hit the end of the road. Every team that I see in the Tier 1 section here in the first seed, I go, I don't know how North America overcomes these Titans.
Just give me your highlight.
Yeah, I mean, as exciting as it is going into BlizzCon with an American crowd behind you, it has to be Korea. The resurgence of their strength, the power level really, really taking a big upward swing. And, you know, Europe have to be scared of that, right? You got that boot camp for Europe to go over towards. They said, look, we learned a lot from it. We took a lot from it. But as you're saying, Dread, they are dropping bodies, MVP Black, as well as Ballistics.
But that's exactly what I want to see. I want to see them on the same level, and I want that fight until the last map and the last second of the game. So I'm super hyped for BlizzCon. And if we get that battle, no matter what the region, then I'm going to be a happy panda.
We had some amazing battles at last BlizzCon, as well as the mid-season brawl as well, of course, that's gone on throughout the whole even of 2017 Heroes of the Storm. But now, ladies and gentlemen, at home, we are ready to unveil our round of 8. 8 teams will battle for a big, big chunk of that $1 million. So without further ado, let's reveal who will be facing off against who. And there are our brackets. We will start things off at the very top. MVP Black versus Team Freedom. Dignitas versus Expert. Fnatic versus Tempo Storm. And Roll20 versus Ballistics. Guys, what jumps out to you straight away?
The Dignitas versus Expert composition. I mean, you know, it's EU having to knock one of themselves out straight away to start things off. Bad Benny was actually asking to go against Dignitas.
I said it before, and it just, again, now that I've seen it in bracket form, it just gets that much scarier. We're looking towards North America's odds. Team Freedom versus MVP Black. Fnatic versus Tempo Storm. It's just, oh man.
To be honest, if you think about, aside from maybe the previous iterations of things like E-Star, this is possibly the best bracket we've ever had.
I actually completely agree with you.
On a skill level, I definitely agree with you 100%, but I have to also agree with Dread here. It's great that North America has 3 teams now in the round of 8, but when I look at the bracket, and we knew with the first season, the second seeds already what kind of combinations could occur here. And I have to admit that I think the only team that might have a chance to surprise their opponent and get into the next round is, in my opinion, Roll20.
One thing that I do want to bring to light that we, at least if you're a North American fan, you have maybe a better chance than past tournaments is the fact that we do have the BO3 up until the final. So that is an element of surprise that maybe North Americans bring to the table. Those pocket strategies that we've kind of seen throughout all of the tournaments so far, that may be the redeeming quality that we rely on if we're going to be successful.
And I mean, to follow that point up even further, at least one North American team, that's the goal, right, for the top 4. If they can utilize their best of 3 advantage, obviously going to have a couple of days to prepare specifically for these matchups that they now will be aware of, but top 4 is the dream for NA. If they can get there, then things start to look upwards since 2015 in Cloud9.
My favorite fixture seems to be Team Dignitas versus Expert, because I feel like it's potentially going to be the closest. is anybody going to dispute that in terms of like what there seems to be their favorite series?
Yeah, I would actually say that Ballistics versus Roll20 could be closer, for sure.
Okay.
Especially if it was a best of 5, I would say Ballistics hands down. In my head, that would be a 100% win Ballistics.
Okay.
In a best of 3 with what Roll20 has shown, and them now preparing specifically not for a group, but for a single opponent, I think they can, in a best of 3 series, take Ballistics, especially if Ballistics is going to do the research now, so they are also going to be preparing. But Roll20 has said from the first, we have so many strategies that no matter what we show in the group stage, we always will have some other strategies hidden. So the only thing that they need to work on now is execution.
Okay.
And I think they can do that. So I think that series might be the closest.
Your choice, Dread, of series?
I would still be on the Dig and Expert Hype. Yeah. Ultimately, I feel like it's probably going to be the most competitive, sadly. I do agree with a lot you said about Roll20 and their ability, have those unique strategies. We've seen that from North America. We saw them get wins over MVP Black in the past by relying on those type of strategies. But that seems to be kind of the only saving grace there in the first round of it.
It's going to be a lot rougher than against Tempest. Ballistics is a very, very different beast compared to Tempest on the execution level.
Yeah, and that's why it gets so much scarier when looking at those other matchups, because MVP Black as well is just so very dominant, and then you're like, well, Team Freedom, they've done very well, they've grown, they've been an amazing team throughout the North American scene, and then you just go, but it's MVP Black, and did you see what they did to their opponents in the group stage? It wasn't pretty, it was playing with their food.
Skimmy, I'm going to leave this final thoughts with you. We've all been to BlizzCon before. Excited for your first BlizzCon?
I mean, absolutely. I mean, I'm absolutely thrilled to get to work with these people and get to experience the biggest tournament of the year. Should be a good one.
He's a suck up.
He is. He really is. Ever since he joined us. All right. Thank you very much, gentlemen. As